Only because you ain't here.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to or back to my channel. In today's video, we're getting into this curly unit. I partnered with Subella for today's video, and this was my first time working with them, so let's see what it's all about. We have our unit in the bag as well as some goods. They also sent over the standard edge band and a couple of HD wig caps. They switched it up a little bit by providing these mini makeup brushes, and they also came with a little plastic zipper bag that's perfect for travel. And then they switched it up also with the nails, real boots on the ground vibes. Then they sent these mink lashes with a carry case, which I enjoyed the case specifically. And now we're going to get into the construction of this unit. This is a 26-inch 13x6 220% density pre-cut 4C curly edge with a natural hairline wig. And as you can see, the construction comes with 4 combs, an adjustable band, as well as adjustable straps in the back. And I'm just going to go ahead and start out by loosening that manufactured curl, because y'all know we can't stand a crunchy curl. We need to see what this unit is giving straight out of the pack. I also didn't want a super wet down look, because I debated just dipping this hair in water completely. But again, I wanted to see this hair in more of a very full look. We're going for fluffy curls today. But before I could get the fluff, I had to break up the shipping curls, the manufactured curls, the factory curls. So that's what we're doing here, just with some water, no product, just water and water alone. This unit did not have a smell, and I appreciated that, especially the way my olfactory is set up right about now. If you know, you know. But anyways, now that we have the unit all finger detangled, let's get into this install. I'm going in with my pink lemon braiding gel to slick my edges completely back. And y'all see I repurposed the braids from my last hairstyle. Do not judge me. They worked and got the job done, okay? Then we're going in with the HD wig cap on top of that, cutting out the ears. Nothing new here, but I am switching up my application on this one. Y'all know normally I go for a glueless install, and I just go in with some hairspray and my glueless melting spray. But this time, believe it or not, I'm going in with Miss Boho Mama's on the hairline, and I just went in with 1 layer. Y'all know I don't do too much when it comes to the glue, so I wasn't gonna go too crazy. I just did a thin layer to get it to hold, and even this one thin layer, it held it down, okay? And you're just gonna wait until that dries completely clear before going in with our next step. So let's get that slathered down with our spatula tip. And when it comes to doing your lace installs, this spatula tip is mandatory, because it's going to get that product smooth as can be every single time. You don't got to worry about your rat tail combs getting sticky, your fingers getting messy, and it just does what it needs to do. Once I get that good and evened out along my hairline, I'm going in with my cool blow dryer, because you do not want to apply high heat when you're doing this step. And as you can see, it has dried clear before I'm doing anything else. If it dries white, your install is going to be white. Now we're going in with Ruby Kisses per usual, and I'm going in with a shade darker. I don't know if y'all noticed, but in the first clip you could see that the lace on this unit was light. I thought it was transparent lace, but after going back and looking at the unit listing, it is marketed as HD lace. You'll see why even at the end I was still thinking this was transparent lace, because it just gave light, like it had a light cast even after all of the steps that I did. But not to worry, we're gonna do the best that we can with what we got. I'm cutting off that excess cap, and then with the curled up edges, this is where I was wishing I had some more got to be. I actually ran out. I would have done my usual step of unraveling the cap here, but I just worked with the leftover product that was on the tail end of the spatula piece and made it do what it do. Now I'm just applying that same color on the lace, and y'all know if you see my other wig install videos, none of this is new, but this might be your first time, so we're gonna talk through it piece by piece. Now we're just applying the unit, and this was my second time trying a kinky edge unit. You'll see the first time in the next hair upload that is coming on this channel, so I was kind of familiar with this process as far as the kinky edge look, but I enjoyed these kinky edges the most out of the 2 units that are going to be on this channel, with the kinky edges, with the natural edges, and you'll see why in just a second. But I'm just getting a feel for the unit. The curls were very beautiful, very soft, And like I said, I did not put any product other than water on this. So now I'm just fitting it, and as you can see, there's not a bunch of cutting that I'm gonna have to do as far as the ear tabs and going behind my ear. It's just the standard cutting needed across from ear to ear. So I'm just pulling the hair back so that I can apply the glue along my hairline and get this lace laid down. Now, as far as the pre-plucking, of course, this unit is also marketed as pre-plucked, and normally I would have gone in and done some more plucking, but I didn't want to mess with the natural hairline. I wanted y'all to see how it comes, how it looks as soon as you take it out of the box, out of the bag, without any more manipulation to the hairline, and you're going to see that with this install. So again, I'm just going ahead and laying out that one thin layer of glue. If you want your unit to last for weeks at a time, then you can do up to 3 layers. Some people do up to 6 layers of glue, but I knew that I just wanted to wear it for a few days, so I just did a singular layer, and then once that's dried, I'm gonna pull my lace down right in front of my HD cap and onto the skin slightly, and I'm just pressing down on that before I apply my wig band, and also combing back on those hairs to get the glue and the lace to melt together. Once I get that band on, I'm gonna go through and frame my face with light layers and do a few layers throughout the unit. I didn't want to cut into this layer too much, but after I do that, I will come back and give y'all the tease on the finishing product and the edges and all the good things, the close-ups, the hairstyles, all the tease. But let's get this laid down in the front first. So normally once the layers are cut, once the lace is melting or while the lace is melting, this will be the point at which you go in and do your styling. But there was nothing much to be done to this unit, and I really did appreciate that. It was flat at the top. I didn't have to go in with my hot comb. I just decided to apply some more makeup to the part, but it was really not much to be done. And that was the moment where I realized this unit was like that. Like, you can wear it out of the box with minimal work to be done. Why would my lash ever play with me like that? I don't know, but y'all just gonna have to bear with me for just a few seconds, and we're gonna get her back on in a second. But like I was saying, you don't have to do too much, and if you're a girl that enjoys transparent lace, if you're lighter complected, then this unit will be especially good for you. It was a little more work for me to get it to blend with my skin, and like I said, at the end you will still see that it still had a lighter cast than usual with my wig installs, because this lace was light, and I couldn't see it in my viewfinder as much as I'm able to see it looking back now. But you will see I went in with the hairspray after, I went in with the darker makeup after, and it still was a pretty light lace. Like, it wasn't as dark as HD usually is, but y'all see these edges, they look super natural. And what I noticed in my last Kinky Edge wig unit is that the edges were really long, but these edges were at a natural length. They just look good. I appreciated that. Subella did their big one with these edges, with the look, and I'm just seeing here that it can also be done in a side part because there is enough parting space on the lace going far back. This unit really just screams vacation to me. I felt like I wanted to do a mid-maternity shoot after this. Like, I wanted to get in front of somebody's camera with this unit on. The curls were so soft, so fluffy, and like I said, I appreciated the natural edges to this look. And that's really all there is. Here's the final look on this unit. I did a couple of hairstyles just like I normally do, so we're gonna get into that, but here's a close-up and y'all can see the natural edges eat down. If you're looking for the 4C edge look, yeah, they did their big one when it comes to that, and you will see exactly what I mean when I upload this next video as well. But all of the information for this particular unit will be listed in the description box, as well as any coupon codes that I may have to share with y'all. And y'all already know it won't be long before we're back with another hair video. Here's a 360 look before I head on out. Let me know what you thought about this look in the comments below. If you're a big hair mommy, then you will appreciate this. Big hair for big mama. See y'all later.
To please ya. If you're open, then it's treason.